Hi, it's Robert. We're in Dubai for the celebration of the opening weekend of the new Motiongate Dubai theme park. Let's go inside and take a look around. Just inside the entrance, we're in the Studio Central in Motiongate Dubai. The motif here is the golden age of Hollywood, and you see that gold color reflected in a lot of the buildings here in the initial plaza of the Studio Central area. We're going to walk up what's essentially Motiongate's main street here as we enter the park. Now, as you take a look at these buildings here, you might notice that you're not seeing that same forced perspective that we so often see in theme parks. That's actually 3 stories tall up here. It's a real perspective that the park designers have gone for in this case. And I think that just makes it a little bit more realistic for the camera should they choose to do any production here at this studio-themed park. Walking along the way here, we've got your typical collection of souvenir stores that you'll find in most theme parks entry plazas. We've also got a sweet shop over on the other side, along with a little restaurant here that serves pastries, sandwiches, the sort of stuff you pick up the first thing in the morning heading into the park. Now, we're approaching the hub of the park. That's actually what they call it, using the same hub and spoke system that we're used to at the Disney theme parks. Started at Disneyland in Anaheim. Now over here to the left, we're going to go clockwise around the hub. We have the first land. This one is actually not open yet. Lionsgate, which is the home of the Hunger Games franchise. This is now being declared phase 2 of the project. Hoping to get this done early next year. But it will include the Capital Train roller coaster that we see there and a Pan Am flight simulator ride going over the capital city of the land in the dystopian Hunger Games. We'll see how that turns out. Heading back around the hub, the next thing we see is the big Hollywood Theater. That's the home to Step Up Dubai, which is a live dance show based on the Step Up franchise. It's a really great show. It might be the highlight of the park at this point. Some really great energetic dancing there. Really reminded me of the Bollywood productions we saw over at Bollywood Park. Definitely a must-see in the park at this point. Now, heading over this way, we get to that big visual weenie on the other side of the hub. It's DreamWorks. This is a massive show building. What we see here is just really kind of the tip of a V. That building extends out in both directions on both sides. I'm told that the building inside could house 5 massive A380 jumbo jets, wingtip to wingtip, just absolutely huge. Unfortunately, it's not open today. They're saying very soon, but we're not going to be able to see it. They're going to have multiple DreamWorks franchises in there. We see the guys from Madagascar out there meeting and greeting right now. You will see Shrek in there, How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda. Really going to be, it's almost half the attractions in the park in there, unfortunately not open yet. Next to that, we see the whimsical tops of the Smurfs Village. It's probably the kids area in the park. Take a look at that in a little bit. And then continuing around the hub of Motiongate Dubai, we come to the final land, which is Columbia Pictures. This is the home to the original Ghostbusters, Hotel Transylvania, and as we see here on the left as we enter the land, cloudy with a chance of meatballs. This is a whimsical facade that will be familiar to any fan of that franchise. This is Baby Brent's Diner with all of the huge food that's plopped on top of it. But if we look deeper into the land, we see another visual weenie drawing us in. That is the castle from Hotel Transylvania, another popular animation franchise. And we'll get to that in a moment. In the meantime, over here on the right, if you hear the people screaming, that's the Green Hornet roller coaster, a Gerstlauer coaster. Not huge, but certainly twisty and whippy and getting the job done, listening to screams from those riders. You can see it's decorated just like the Green Hornet's convertible. Take a look at the one coming up the main lift right now. Here they go. It's kind of peeking over the trees here as we continue in the Columbia Pictures land. You will see the familiar facade and hear the theme music from Ghostbusters. This is an interactive dark ride that's in the park based on the original Ghostbusters film. Nothing really from the recent reboot. This is the one with late Harold Ramis and Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd. Again, it's an interactive dark ride, and we'll go take a look at that today. Exiting from Ghostbusters, we head next door to Hotel Transylvania. Pretty impressive facade here that they've created for this animated franchise of a family of monsters. Walking forward, we're actually going to cross the bridge here and enter the castle on our way into the attraction. Hotel Transylvania is another dark ride. This is a trackless dark ride, not interactive, not And right next door at the exit is the Hotel Bistro. Let's see what they did there. Most of the restaurants that are open at this point are relatively basic. We're talking burgers, sandwiches, that sort of thing. The really good restaurants with a variety of cuisines are slated for the DreamWorks building, which, as I said, not open yet. Next to Hotel Transylvania, we have the Zombieland Blast Off ride. That's your basic blast off, up and down ride. Don't see anyone on it right now. Saw a lot of people on it last night. Lights up. In general, you see a lot more people in the park in the evening, which, when you think about it, kind of makes sense in Dubai, where the weather can be so hot. We're in December right now, and this is the really nice time of the year. Next door, Underworld 4D. That says, you would guess, a 4D attraction. Pretty straightforward. You've got your blood splattering on you, rats crawling all over you, all of the nice gross out stuff that you expect from the 4D ride. Right next door here, this is the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs River Adventure, which, as you can see from the guys in the orange vests way over there, not yet ready. This is not going to be one of those real we get you soaking wet types of rapids rides. Talking with some of the designers, given that you're in a country whose national dress is white, you don't want to really get people too wet. So will be fun though. I hope not that we're going to get to see it today. Moving along here, you can see the queue for what's going to be the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs attraction. There's some just kind of nice detail work in the park here. If you take a look, some of the rock work that you see along the way here, the lamp posts, even the detail that you'll see on top of the queue entrance for the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs ride. So there's some details they've done here. They've got a good foundation in place. Like I said, still the majority of attractions not yet opened at this point. Play area for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And now we're going to enter the Smurfs Village. See an outdoor play area, not quite done yet. Whimsically well decorated though, which shows promise. And then the highlight of the land is the Smurf Studio Tour, which is another dark ride. Not an interactive or just a straight up kids ride. Let's take a look at that.
Israel, I'm going to be the star of their movie. Lights, camera, rolling bell, and action! After I catch you, I'll be the star of this movie.
Next door to the Studio Tour is the Village Express. This is another kids coaster. Again, still working on it. But honestly, if you take a look there, that's a pretty impressive bank there for a kids coaster. Maybe this isn't the first one you take your child on, but one of those intermediate family coasters that help lead your kids up to the big ones. Across the way here is the very Smurfy Cafe, another counter service restaurant in the park. Again, basic burgers and hot dogs here. And as we head into the sun, this brings us to the conclusion of Smurfs Village. And we're back at the hub. So this brings us to the conclusion of our little walk around what's currently open at Motiongate Dubai. And really looking forward to DreamWorks being open at some point here. I think that's going to be the real draw in the park, with the IPs in there, and of course being indoors in that immersive environment that we can create and get people out of the Dubai sun and heat. But a lot of promising stuff here. I mean, definitely starting with Step Up Dubai. Hope you've enjoyed our little tour around Motiongate Dubai, and thanks for watching Theme Park Insider.